Hey everybody, and welcome. Steve from OpenBOM. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to cope with shortages from suppliers. And I've kind of reduced down my account here, so we've got just a few things here. I'm gonna have some fun with the demo mixed candy data set, but I want to focus on like orders and quantity on hand and POs. So I've kind of taken a lot of the other things off my desktop. So let's get started. We're going to in my use case here, I've got an order for 100 boxes of mixed candy at my company. I've already got my bills of material made, created an order over here for 100 of them, and here's what that order looks like. I want to focus in on this salted butter, this line right here at the top. You see we currently have 20 on hand. In my order for 100, I've got a quantity gap of 200 of those. So this is my order for that 100 boxes of chocolates. Let's take a look at our catalog here. Again, we see that this catalog for the salted butter, I've got 20 on hand. So I want to kind of keep that in mind for a moment. So back to our order. I do what I do with orders. I get this all looking good, and I click on the Create Update Purchase Orders, and I make a series of purchase orders. And again, I want to focus right on this butter. So let's go take a look at the PO to JK Confections. That's right here. JK Confections, all good. Got a quantity gap here. This quantity received column is something new. We'll be showing you a little more details on that in just a moment. But so I've taken this, I've sent it off to QuickBooks, or I've sent it to JK, or what have you. I place the order with them. A few days go by, and I receive the order from JK, only they send me 150 butters instead of 200. So what do I do? Here's in OpenBOM, here's the way that you manage that. You start by typing in the quantity received here for that particular item. And, with good fortune, I got the rest of everything that I ordered. So it's really just this salted butter is my shortage. So I put in my quantity received there, and I receive the PO. And I get some messages about what's going to happen. We're going to update the quantity on hand with the quantity gap and receive the amount that we ordered. I also get a new message here, and it says, hey, look, it looks like you're updating, looks like you're receiving a partial PO, which is true. My quantity received is not the same as my quantity gap. This is where OpenBOM is kind of going to start keeping track of that shortage for you. So you get a question here, is this really what you're doing? And of course you say yes. And what happens is OpenBOM does two things. Number one, we receive the 150 units into stock that you did receive, and then we create a continuation purchase order right here for the balance. So let's take a look at that. Terrific. This PO now, it says, hey, look, I've got 50 of these still outstanding with JK. The rest of those items that I brought in were all received. So we go back and we check this out, and we say, yeah, look, now I've got 170 of the butter on hand, 150 plus the 20 that I had. And also, if we were to check out the rest of these things, we would see that all the quantity ordered was received for everything else. So, okay, so what does this mean? I've got many of the stuff on hand that I need to build the order. As a matter of fact, I can go back and revisit the order and update the order. And I can see that the quantity gaps for most of my products are good, but I still have a shortage right here of 50 on the butter for JK. All right, so I've gone back to JK. Maybe I waited for a little while, and they finally sent me that 50. Let's go ahead and receive this continuation PO. Again, the same numbers, only this time I received all 50 of them. I say yes. No continuation purchase order is created because I received them all. I can go back to my back here and see that I now have 220 on hand, and we got the additional 50 were received. And then finally, if I check in with my order and update my order, I'll see that I have quantity gap of 0 for everything that I'm getting from JK. So I could go ahead and release this to production and put those 100 units, in stock. You may ask yourself, well, gee, why do I still have a shortage on water? Well, in this particular case, water comes from in-house, so there's no POs needed for that. So anyway, I hope you find that useful. This particular use case is pretty common. Build a BOM, build an order, place POs, receive partial PO, receive a second one until you get to that quantity gap of 0 in your order. Then go ahead and use the production release to production here to go ahead and put 100 of these units on the shelf and ship them to the customer. So hope you found that interesting. I'd love to hear from you at support@openbom.com. Thanks.